What's going on, fellow engineers? So the other day I went and purchased a headboard from the store that is appropriately named The Bedroom. As you can probably figure out, they sell bedroom furniture. They were going out of business, and so everything in the store was marked off. So I go and get me a headboard, bring it back home, and then carry it in, set it up and everything. And right as I'm getting ready to attach it to my bed frame, I realized this. First world problems, because since my bed frame doesn't have a bracket, I can't attach the headboard to the bed. Ain't that something? So as I mentioned in the opening, I do not have a way to attach the headboard to the bed frame. So I figured, hey, why not just build something that'll keep the headboard from falling? So I've already measured the headboard from the floor to almost the top of the mounting bracket, and it's about a foot. And so basically what I'm going to do is to create a triangle. It's going to be a 1 foot by 1 foot by 2 foot. And the reason why I'm doing 2 feet at the base is so that there is greater stability for the part that is in contact with the floor. The other 1 foot will be 1 foot up from the floor to the headboard mounting bracket, and then the other 1 foot will be to support the distance between the top of the piece that's connected to the mounting bracket and the piece that is in contact with the floor. I've cut all of my pieces now, and so I have the 2 foot section, I have a 1 foot section, and I ended up with a 11" and 3/4 section, just because of how when you make cuts, you usually take off about 1/8 of an inch, and so those eighths add up. So I had 11 and 3/4 section, and so on this 11 and 3/4, I cut the ends to 45. And so next I'm going to assemble all of these pieces. The measurements, so because this is a 2 foot board, I measured from the wall or the backside of the headboard, pretty much where close to the wall and to where the actual bracket goes. And so for that is 7.5 inches. So I'll measure 7.5 inches, and then I'm gonna put a vertical on that mark. And then to support this vertical, I'm going to use one of these 45s. This is the final product. So basically, like I said, there's a vertical, there's a 45. Originally, I was going to put the 45 on this side, but then I realized when trying to test fit that having the 45 on this side would interfere with the box spring and mattress. So I moved the 45 to the back side, which is in between where the headboard will attach on this front edge, and here where this essentially would be the wall or the baseboard. And so yeah, this is it. And as you see, there's more that is under or would be under the bed because of the fact that the wall will hold it up on this end, but you need something to hold the headboard up on this end. And so having that additional leverage on this end will prevent it from falling forward, even if you bump it a little bit or something like that nature. The final assembly is now complete. And so as you see, I have the flat piece, and then it's connected here to the headboard. And then the 45 is on the back side between the headboard and the wall. So we won't have to worry about any interference with the bed, which will be here on the front as I originally designed it. One of the other things I ended up having to do was to cut the bottom piece. Originally I had it for 2 feet, but the problem was that the bed frame that is under the mattress, the post on the bed frame came to about right here, which as you can see is pretty much in line with this bottom 2x4. And so what I had to do was to cut it back, and then I was able to slide the bed all the way up to the brackets. One other option would be to cut a hole in the 2x4, but that was a little bit more complex because the bed frame post was about as wide as the 2x4 at the very bottom part of it. So I figured I'd just cut it back, and so it still has stability. I can rock it back and forth and it's still holding its place. And so this will hold up pretty well, I think. one other adjustment that I'm gonna have to do before I say it's final is either add some additional screws with a bigger screw head on here, because the screws I do have are just big enough that they can slide through here, but well, just small enough that they can slide through here, but just big enough that if you don't tighten them too far down, that they will be able to hold up. So one way to prevent that is, of course, get a bigger screw, or get a screw with a bigger screw head, or to add washers to the screws that are already there. So I'm going to add washers to this one, and hopefully that'll help out with this particular situation. So if you have any questions about this particular project, feel free to drop a comment. And last but not least, check my website out, thealmostengineer.com.